Cheers.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are with Simon from Wavs. He's also in Noir Macabre. I hope I pronounced that correctly as well. A couple of exciting projects. You may have seen him at Warped Tour. You may have seen him at Slam Dunk Festival. You might have seen him in Germany. You might have seen him in Canada. You might have seen him somewhere in the United States. This guy has been around. Have you been to Asia as well?
I have not, and you make me sound so much cooler than I actually am. That's crazy. I know I've never been to Asia, but I really, really want to.
That seems like because when I see bands like Chunk No Captain Chunk and Ryan Key and stuff, they're very keen on going to Japan. And I've actually done a whole separate video on that about some bands are just so big in Japan. I figured that would be
Honestly, we had when we were signed to Hopeless Records, we had this huge following in Asia, and we actually did plan on going, but I don't remember why it fell through and we didn't end up going. But we had a good fan base in Asia, so we really wanted to go there. It never happened.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, what brought this conversation about was I went to see The Offspring in Prague the other night, and I actually saw your old
Yeah,
band
yeah,
supporting them. And I
yeah.
was like, man, you know what? No one has reached out, from what it seems, to Simon or Diego to speak to them about both what happened and what they're up to now. So why don't you just, I wanted to let you do most of the talking. Tell us what you've been up to with your new projects and also what's happened with the band, if you're still on speaking terms or if it's like absolute,
Right.
just dead clean break.
No, well, we'll start with the break. Um, I'm not gonna get into details of like what actually happened and why Diego and I left. I don't think that's my place to talk about that. But you know, Diego and I, with all that going on, the sexual allegations and whatnot, whether it's true, whether it's not, I won't go into that. You know, I didn't feel like I should stay there, whether it's true, whether it's not. It resonated with me. It's like it's already too far gone. Like I can't. Even though Janick is my friend, Jonathan is my friend. We're all like best friends. It was a mutual breakup for sure. Um, but then yeah, I still support them. I still talk to them once in a while. Obviously, not as much as we used to. I'd like to see them again performing someday. It just didn't happen yet. Actually, it's funny because when you saw them with the Offspring, the guitar player that was there is actually only one of my best friends. He records most of my stuff for Noir Macabre, so
Oh,
he plays
wow.
with them now, just like touring and shows and stuff.
That's
But
cool. Yeah, they were
yeah,
performing as a three-piece. Yeah, they had backing track bass, backing track backing vocals, and
yeah,
backing track rhythm guitar. And you know, it sounded amazing. And my wife, she doesn't go to many pop punk or punk rock shows, but in the Czech Republic, they're obsessed with things like The Offspring, Rammstein, that sort of '90s punk rock and stuff. And so we went mainly for her because I'd seen the Offspring a couple of times before. And when I saw the other bands in the lineup, I was like, oh, good, cool opportunity to check them out. And it's nice to hear that you're on good terms and there are still members in the band that you're on good terms with as well. And like you said, you don't want to get into it. I think it's one of those things. It's like, do I not? What does the weight of evidence say? You know, people are going to come to their own conclusions. Do I want to be involved in that?
it's the he said she said kind of thing, and there's actually a lot of things that go behind that. With again, I won't get into that because that's another whole thing. But with Janick's ex-girlfriend, there's a bunch of things connected there, and it's all really messy. So it's really of a he said she said. You know, like Johnny and Amber. You know, you can't really pick a side because you were not there. It's a he said she said. At this point, you know, it's just like, ah,
You don't want to throw your friend under the bus. And
no.
I actually, I used to date a girl, and when I broke up with her, I started dating a new girl. And my ex got so jealous that she started harassing the new girl I was dating. And I know that these rumors can get started, you know, just by something as simple as that a jealous ex. You know, could it be done? Could it be done? I've never met Janick. I obviously I always, for my own sake, choose to side with the victims, but I don't know Janick. I didn't
Yes,
know.
that's the thing, because we obviously always want to side with the victims, because you don't think people would lie about that. Um, but personally, I think what happened is that the person didn't lie about it. Is it was all Janick's ex doing. Anyways, I'm getting into it. Even I said that I was not getting into it, but I believe Janick. Honestly,
Let's
I
skip
know the
forward.
guy. Yeah, I know the guy. I believe him. It's just it's messy. So
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, completely agree. He's your friend. You know him. You know what's gone on, but you don't want to exacerbate the situation. So it's a shame
I
to
was,
see.
yeah, I wasn't there in that moment, so I can't fight with my life and say this didn't happen because I've got no proof of that. Even though like I toured so much with this guy, I spent so many times and so many nights. Yeah, he's stupid sometimes, but he's a good guy. But
Yeah,
at this point, once we start traveling and stuff, people don't really care about the truth anymore. They're just like, oh, this guy's fucking canceled.
yeah, and they're still going, which a lot of bands would have imploded, but credit to them,
I'm
still
proud of them for
going,
that. Yeah, absolutely,
still
absolutely.
touring, and they had like three things hit them at once. You've got COVID, then you've got being dropped by Hopeless, which actually happened before COVID, and then you've got this situation which has popped up. It's like shit. Like, does a
It was a
singer and a drummer like want to carry on as a band?
it was a rocky road, but I'm proud of them for still going and going out there with the offspring and stuff. That's really cool for them. I'm really proud of them.
Yeah,
Just
it's
independent,
amazing.
they're doing all of it by themselves. It's really cool.
It is really cool. Yeah, doing all the social media management, doing all
That's
of
a lot.
the all of the recording, the music videos, the YouTube, and for I'm sure most people watching this know, but the YouTube covers and Janick's YouTube channel played a huge part in the band sort of
Absolutely.
taking off. And then you got on to the was it that they call it the final Warp Tour in 2018? Was it 2018? And then Slam Dunk Festival the following year. So you guys have really been around. So can you tell us a little bit about your tour memories, most notably from England, Czech Republic? I think you did go there with the band before
I
the.
don't know. I don't think we did.
Oh,
Unless
maybe
unless
it's Germany.
mistaken, but yeah, it was definitely Germany. We
Okay, it
toured
was Germany. Yeah, yeah. All right, that's cool. And
Hamburg and Cologne.
yeah, wow, amazing.
Another another city, but I have a bad memory for those.
But Warped Tour is one of those things that it's such a big thing. If you look at the biggest bands these days,
Oh,
especially Yellow Card, You Me at Six, Bring Me the Horizon, Blink 182, Simple Plan, Sum 41. These are Less Than Jake. These are all Warped Tour bands. The Word Alive, Issues, Icy Stars.
name it. Just name it.
Yeah,
Every single one of them. They
yeah,
went through that. No, it's Warped Tour is so fun.
yeah. And what was it like? Exhausting or?
Oh God. All right. Let's start from the beginning. Um, we didn't think we'd be on Warped Tour. It was a long shot. We met with our manager. We were on tour. We met with our manager. We were in Texas. We just played a show in front of maybe 12 people. And our manager lived in Texas, so we met up there and then we talked about it. And we like, these tours are really fun and stuff, but maybe it's time that it picks up a little bit. Like we have a opportunity, and we knew that there was Warped Tour and it was going to be the final one. So we said, this is am I allowed to swear?
Yeah, of course.
All right. I was like, this is the fucking chance of a lifetime there. Like we gotta get on that. And then he said, it's the last Warp Tour, so I'm thinking like they'll go for bigger bands and like for sure bands that will bring people and stuff. So we left there after the show, kind of like bummed out, that's our chance, but we don't think that's gonna happen. So our manager did pitch us, but like we had very little hope for that. And then next morning, we were in the van driving to somewhere else in Texas, and then I was asleep. and I just woke up with people cheering and screaming and yelling. I'm like, what's going on? And they said, we got it. We're on Warp Tour. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, let me go back to bed. Fuck it. You know, we always pull up pranks like that, like
Yeah.
always. So I thought it was a prank, and then he said, no, 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 Simon, like this is it. I was like, holy shit, are you kidding? And then we were in Warp Tour just like that. I was like, holy shit. Why? It was my dream for forever since I was a kid to be in the Warped Tour. You know, I love Mayday Parade, I love Simple Plan, I love Blink, I love all these bands. I was like,
Mhm.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Um, but it was exhausting because you know all these bands have
Buses.
bandwagon and drivers and buses and stuff like that. So when they're done with their show, they're hang out. Their bus call is at maybe 3 p.m. They do the party thing. They go to barbecues and then they go back to bed. They wake up in the next city. That was not the case for us. We were driving our Ford Econoline 12 passenger ourselves. We were 7 or 8 in there. So
Mhm.
we'd have to leave at like 9 p.m., skip the barbecues, skip the hangouts, drive to the next city, sleep maybe 2 3 hours if you're lucky, and do it again for
Yeah.
a month and a half. So that was, and with the heat, you know, Phoenix's heat and Texas's heat, that's ooh,
Yeah.
that's hot. Yeah.
Horrendous. Yeah.
So
And then you've got Orlando as well. And yeah.
very humid
Yeah.
compared to Texas, which is really dry. It's very humid, which also sucks. But I'm a hot weather guy. I like hot weather. I like the sun, so it's all right. It's just with the exhaustion and the no sleep schedule, it takes a toll after a while. But I'd fucking do it again tomorrow. Like I
Yeah.
don't care. It was so fun.
Of
So
course, playing to those crowds every single day, and therefore, garnering new fans, new followers. Because Warped Tour is it's sort of like a big South by Southwest. Like South by Southwest, one of the major purposes of it is to showcase things, and that's why Red Bull have a stage there, and all of these to showcase their artists. And it's such an amazing exposure. Same thing with Slam Dunk Festival. I call Slam Dunk Festival the Warped Tour of the UK because the UK is so tiny that you only need 3 stops there. You've got Leeds, Birmingham, and Hatfield,
yeah,
and sometimes they only do Leeds and Hatfield. They don't even do Birmingham,
yeah.
and
When we played it, it was only those two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What's it like? Because there's been sometimes bands come over to play the Slam Dunk Festival, and they can run into a bit of trouble because usually bands are on quite a tight schedule. They've got to fly in for Slam Dunk and then fly off to Germany and then fly to Poland and then get back to the States or Canada or wherever they came from, like maybe even Australia, like the Amity Affliction,
Yeah.
Parkway Drive, because they all also, people don't realize this, but a lot of bands playing those festivals still have normal jobs. They're still producers, photographers, graphic designers, real estate
Cashiers,
agents.
name it.
Yeah, there was a situation a while ago where the Ataris were supposed to play in England, and they finished their work, flew to England, and then their rental car had problems, and then they like broke down, and then they made you didn't have any stress or anything like that when you were touring in Europe.
Um, thing is, with us for Slam Dunk, it was not just go to Slam Dunk, play Slam Dunk, and come back, because
Yeah.
that would have been incredible waste of money. Well,
Oh,
not
yeah.
a waste of money because you're playing Slam Dunk, but you know it would cost a lot of money that we wouldn't make.
They're not going to
Uh,
pay you that much unless you're Sum 41 or Alkaline Trio.
you
Yeah.
know, if you're playing Slam Dunk, well, you know, obviously you want to get paid, but a band our size, you didn't even care about getting paid for playing Slam Dunk. It's just so cool. You didn't
Yeah.
care. But what we did is we had friends between you and me. They're from Australia,
Mhm.
and we toured with them before. So what we did is we met up a couple of dates before Slam Dunk. We did a short run over like Germany and France,
Mhm.
UK, stuff like that, and then we played Slam Dunk with them. They were on it too. We played Slam Dunk the 2 days, and then we did a couple more dates. I think then there was a Germany run, stuff like that, and then we each separated ways and we went back home.
Yeah.
But it was also with confidence, if I remember right. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Because
was
that
it?
Yeah, I remember that. I actually remember with confidence, and I spoke to Zach from Icy Stars and Michael from Issues a few months ago, and they said the same thing. They said, you know, touring in the United States, you're going to make some money, and Canada, obviously, but there are some situations, especially because the venues in England are way smaller. Like, there's no like House of Blues
Yeah, yeah.
in England. It's like 100 people to 400 people. There's none of these 1,000. There's a
Which
few
is really
theaters.
fun though. It's
Yeah,
really
it's so fun. Oh yeah, because there's no security. You know, like it's
and
such a
people
blast. But they
honestly
make no money.
people go nuts in Europe. I don't know what it is. Maybe people in the United States and Canada are like too cool to
Mm.
be there. They're like, yeah, this is great and blah blah blah. But people in especially Germany, they just go nuts. And
Oh
it's
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
It's
Same
so
thing
fun.
in
You
England,
see
Czech
that they're
Republic.
there
Yeah,
for you. Yeah. No, it's really cool. It's
yeah.
really
That's amazing. Yeah, it's like I'm glad you brought up like the monetary side of things, because you know a lot of people don't realize that. They think that being in a band, like unless you are like a Blink 182 or a Sum 41 or something, you know, you're not staying at the Hyatt or the Marriott.
cool.
And it's not like what's that movie on Netflix, The Dirt, with Motley Crue, where they're like in a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
hotel every night. You know, it's like sleep in a van, sleep on a floor, couch surf. You know Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle? He
yeah,
had a band. He had a band for a while, and obviously that guy is really famous. And even he said, you know, we were sleeping on people's floors and stuff like that because even with his fan base, you know, like yeah, sometimes it's more about the experience and the touring and the meeting the fans and the playing the shows and having a
absolutely.
blast. Yeah, that's
You know,
incredible.
there comes a point where you're like, all right, I need the money now. Like it's just a necessity for me. But um, honestly, I started touring. I was 17, so from 17 to like 22, 23, you don't care about the money. You don't give a shit. It's I want to go see places, meet people, especially from a band in from Montreal, where
Mm.
you know it's really hard to get out there. And we got tours. Well, I was in a different band before, but we got tours in the United States, and then I joined Story Untold. We went on tour with Simple Plan. It was really cool. And then we did a bunch of like small tours, which honestly, sleeping on the floor, sleeping in the Walmart parking lots, and playing in front of like 12 people. You know, maybe I wouldn't do again, maybe because I am kind of getting old and money, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad I did it. It was really fun. There are a lot of good memories.
Yeah, band is an interesting in business. I played in a touring band about 15 years ago, and you know, yeah, it's so much fun. There is absolutely nothing like it in the world, and it's great that you guys, you know, you did a full run in Europe, and that was one of your biggest, most exciting runs with Confidence, and you know, with the Germany shows and stuff. What do you have any favorite city you played in or any like crazy story from anywhere along the road?
Oh God. No crazy stories. It was pretty tame, I
You
would
guys are
say.
pretty well behaved.
Yeah. Especially if you're completely in other continent, you kind of gotta behave.
Yeah.
Like you'll get sent back home or maybe stuck there, and you don't want
Yeah.
that. No, you don't want that. No crazy stories really. Unless I just can't remember because I kind of have a shit memory. But Germany was always really fun. I remember that because people would just go crazy. I swear to God, it was body surfing and people moshing, and we're like a pop punk band, and people were going nuts. It was really fun. That I remember. But other than that, there was no like crazy stuff really.
You guys really had a blast though.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's talk about your new projects a little bit because for those who don't know, both of them are quite a fair bit heavier. Waves sort of has a metalcore post-hardcore vibe, whereas your project Noir has a real, I want to say, almost similar to Cancer Bats. I want to say, like it kind of gives me like hardcorey Cancer Bats vibes, and obviously that's where you're drawing your own inspiration and writing material there with Noir, and then you're also in Waves. This was started after COVID. I'm guessing. How's that been going?
Well, Noir actually started during COVID. I
Okay.
started writing my stuff, and then I had a bunch of different bands going on, like trying to write music. I wrote an EP for a band. I wrote another EP for this guy that we had a project together, and like they ghosted and just like I wrote so many songs for nothing. I'm like, all right, this is it. Like, I'm not a singer. I'm not that good of a songwriter, but fuck it, I'll do it. And this is all gonna be me. I won't depend on anyone else, and this is it. So I started Noir Macabre, and I it's the kind of project where I honestly just do whatever the fuck I want. The next songs, there's a song coming that's fully mixed now. It's only mastering left. It's kind of like a cowboy rock song with a breakdown at the end. It's super weird, but I love it. And then I've got another EP coming out later, which is straight up hardcore music. It's
Yeah.
no clean singing, just straight up heavy riffs and stuff. So it's mostly of a like outlet to just put out whenever whatever I want. I don't really think of like touring and playing shows and whatnot because I don't even have a band. It's just me and my friends are filling it for music videos and stuff. Um, but I don't really plan on doing much with it. It's honestly just an outlet for me to still release music because I love writing music. I love releasing music.
Well, you never know. It could get 500,000 subscribers. It's
Yeah, that's how it works now.
yeah, exactly.
Overnight sensation. You never know. But I'm not really on TikTok, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
But so that's just my outlet through. I love heavy music, so this is my outlet. Just release it, and then Waves is actually one of my oldest friend is the guitar player, the long haired one from the band. We went to high school together. We had my very first band was with him. We
Amazing.
had we've been a long way, and then he moved to Ontario. I'm in Canada. There's the east where it's like Quebec, and then there's Ontario, which
Mhm.
is a couple hours away. And he moved there and joined this band. Later on, I just started filling in for them, a bass player. And then at some point, they're like, "Yo, dude, you want to just like join?" Like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it. So right now, I'm kind of like taking a backseat to it, but more and more, I'm getting more involved, and it's just so fun. It's really like I don't know if you know While She Sleeps.
Yeah, I know very well.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that a little
It
bit. And
does.
riffs, the breakdowns, the riffs. Riffs are really hard to play, but fuck it, like it's fun.
Yeah, while she sleeps and our Hollow Our Home, I would say that out of the UK bands, they are not only I think a couple of the best, but a couple of the most underrated. Obviously, Bring Me the Horizon, Architects, Yumi at Six, they deserve all the success. But I think that While She Sleeps and our Hollow Our Home have really slept on. And when I was listening to your music in Waves earlier, yeah, I was like, yeah, it's real, that real perfect blend of melodic and almost functional in a way, combined with metalcore and post-hardcore notes. It's that kind of, yeah, real unique blend which I really love. Do you guys have any touring plans?
Not really. It's for now, you know, the Tom, the singer, is having a baby on the way,
Oh,
and we're all kind of like living busy lives. So it's right now, it's more of like getting all the things together. We just filmed a music video. We're kind of writing more songs. We're thinking of doing short movies and stuff. We're all like building stuff for the moment. Because for me, I don't care about losing money, but you know, Tom, he's a baby on the way. He's got a house. He's got a wife. He's got money to bring on the table, you know. So we can't just go on a tour for like 2 weeks and bring home $50 each. That can't happen.
yeah.
So
After
with that,
gas, food, yeah.
gas right now is just super crazy. So like we'd lose money for sure. So we can't do that just now, which is really okay with me. We're
Yeah.
like an insider doing our stuff, and then at some point we do want to tour. We do want to play more shows and stuff, but I don't think that's in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, promoters don't pay a lot of money to new bands at
No.
all. Sometimes, in fact, some support acts in gigs I played in the past, they get paid zero. Like
Oh
it's
yeah, I've been given weed instead of money for a gig.
I've been given like beer and cans of Coca-Cola and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just really, it's yeah, but these days with YouTube, which, you know, you guys have already put 3 videos on your YouTube, plus with Noir, you've also got videos up on YouTube, which I will leave links to in the description to this video for obviously those who want to check it out. And here's an interesting question.
Yeah.
Was there ever any uh, question of you returning to Story Untold as just a touring member, or was it like, no, no way, like,
Not really. It's not because I still like I'm on the edge about that whole thing that happened before. It's really more of like I closed that chapter right now,
mhm,
and they're so good just doing things by themselves and whatnot. Like we just separated ways. I I don't know about future wise. Maybe they'll be like, hey, want to play bass on that show? I don't know, but like I don't really plan on it. We have not talked about it ever.
yeah,
It's really more of a, like they support me, they support whatever I do, and I support them.
yeah,
And
and
I
you
actually
moved
haven't
on.
even seen them since
Oh
it's been
right, oh okay, yeah.
2 years something. I haven't even seen them since.
Wow, it's. I mean, yeah, you've moved on to pastures new. They say, and you're doing a different style of music and everything, and it seems more in line with what you want to do creatively, anyway.
I've always been kind of like the metal guy. I think you saw it in the live shows. If you came to a live show, like
Yep.
I would always like headbang and stuff. I've always been kind of like the metal guy, but I also love pop punk and rock music. Like my favorite band is always going to be Mayday Parade.
Hmm.
Oh, even though I love Lorna Shore and all these heavy bands, I
Wow.
will forever love Mayday Parade and pop bands like Laney and Knightley and Joan and like I'm kind of like all over the place in my music.
Yeah, we all have that soft spot for like those bands we heard in 2006, like Forever the Sickest Kids and
Oh yeah,
Autumn.
Forever this. Oh my god, I forgot about it. Oh my god, I loved Forever the Sickest Kids. They were so good. They talked a couple years back. They teased a comeback. It just
Mhm.
before COVID, and it never happened. What happened to that? If you ever talk to them, please ask them.
You know what? You've given.
What happened
I'm going to put that in my notes right now. Like interview Forever the Sickest Kids.
to
Yeah. All right. Well, that was really awesome chat. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything else you want to plug or just mention before we wrap up?
Hey, no, I think you've said it all. Just follow the links that he's going to post, support me, and support Story Untold. Please go support Story Untold. They deserve it. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they're
I'm
flying.
not
You
really a plugging kind of guy. I'm just like, hey, if you
know,
want to check it out, check it out.
want to check it out, check it out. Yeah, no, it's really nice of you to say that because, you know, they're still grinding. I saw them in Prague. Like I said, they flew all the way from Canada to Prague to
Yeah,
play that
for
festival.
that one show, you know what? For
Yeah,
that one show, they were supposed to have more shows, but it just fell through. I actually don't know why, but a bunch of shows fell through. So they traveled for that one show.
that's nuts. Thank God it was a festival, and more
I,
power to them because not only with festivals will you maybe get paid more, but also it's so difficult to get that kind of booking when you're two bands below the Offspring. You know, you got the Offspring and then Dog Eat Dog, who are a legendary hardcore punk band, and then Story Untold. I was like, that's awesome, man.
that's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, pretty cool how, you know, whichever promoter or whichever booking agent they got in touch with, that was
I don't know.
sweet.
I don't know if they're still talking to Jenna. I know we back then we had a promoter, Jenna, who helped us a lot in the UK and Europe and stuff. I don't know if it's still her. If it's still her,
Shout
props.
out Jenna. Yeah.
Shout out to Jenna.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's cool. It's good to see that they, you know, kept it going and you kept it going. You kept doing music. You're keeping the music scene alive.
I gotta.
You
I
gotta
gotta.
keep. Yeah,
If I
I'm a
don't do
retired.
music, I'm might as well just be like dead.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
a
I
retired musician. All my friends are retired musicians. You guys got to keep going for us, you know.
right. Yeah, I'm kind of the retired musician myself. I mean, I'm doing these online things right now, but
Mhm.
I haven't played a show since fucking
3 years.
2020. That slam dunk leg.
Mm.
Like I haven't played a show since then. It's fucking crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Because we just had Slam Dunk 2022 one last weekend ago. Crazy, huh?
I
Oh,
saw so many videos. I'm like, oh my god, I wish I was there. So many good bands, so many videos. And there was
me
also
too.
Not too long ago, and there was this Bring Me festival, the Malta or something like that.
Mhm.
That looked so sick. Oh my god.
I
The,
know. I wish I'd flown in for each and every one of those. Last time I flew into the UK, I got stuck there for 3 months though. So
oh no.
I try and avoid it at all costs. That's why I'm in Amsterdam and Prague all the time.
Was it because of COVID then?
It was COVID combined with the UK left the EU.
Right.
So if you're in the EU and you're a resident and you're married to someone, then it's like okay. But if you go home, there was like visa issues, like
Yeah.
do I have a partnership? And I was like, I'm not risking that again. So
Yeah. No, I feel
no,
you. I feel
yeah, I'll go to the German festivals. They're better anyway.
you. Right.
Awesome, man. It was so fun talking to you. Yeah, I wish you all the best. And yeah, everyone go check out his stuff. I'll plug it because he doesn't want to. So go check out his stuff. Go support his projects. And yeah, lots of love, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Dave. Let's keep in touch.
Bye now.
Bye bye.